Rockstar taketh away, but Rockstar also provides. Well, it provides a tiny little bit. Grand Theft Auto 6 may have been delayed to May 2026, but today we finally got a second trailer. It's a big one, too, with almost 3 minutes of footage that delves deeper into the world and story that we'll finally be able to experience next year. We've combed through the whole trailer with the finest of fine-tooth combs to collect all the important details, from the biggest story reveals to the tiniest tidbits. So, let's get on with it. Here are 89 details from the new GTA 6 trailer. As revealed in the trailer's description, GTA 6 will follow the story of Jason and Lucia, a couple who find themselves in the middle of a criminal conspiracy after an easy score goes wrong. Our first protagonist is Jason Duval, a dude just looking for an easy life in a world that keeps making things harder. He had a troubled youth, something he attempted to escape by joining the army, but his dark past keeps catching up with him. These days, it seems like he's working in sales and services for the Leonida Marine Center, as seen on this t-shirt he's wearing in a couple of scenes, but we also know, thanks to information from the newly updated GTA website, that he's working for local drug runners too. Jason falls in love with Lucia Caminos, our second protagonist. She's recently served a stint in the Leonida Penitentiary, but now that she's out, she plans to build a better life for herself, a life with Jason, and probably a lot of guns, drugs, and explosions, if prior GTA games are anything to go by. Early in the trailer, we're introduced to Jason's landlord, an old geezer called Brian.
Just go get me my checks!
Brian, or Mr. Hater to you, is a longtime drug runner, smuggling product through the Leonida Keys. He does this via his very legitimate boat business, Brian's Boat Works and Marina, which we see later on in the trailer. The shots enthusiast spotted at the Rusty Anchor Bar is Cal Hampton, friend to Jason and associate to Brian. He's got something of a paranoia problem, so maybe take everything he says with a grain of salt. The gold chain around this woman's neck is your first clue to who she is. Bay Lux is one half of Real Dimes, a couple of high school friends turned rappers and influencers. Along with Roxy and a new record deal with Only Raw Records, she's hoping to hit the big time in Vice City. Real Dimes' manager is Draquan, a hustler more interested in the music business than the city's criminal underworld. Now he has a potentially big hit on his hands while he spends his days booking acts at the Jack of Hearts strip club. Talking of the strip club, it's owned by Booby Ike, a local Vice City legend. Booby can only be glimpsed on the GTA 6 website, which reveals that he and Draquan are working together, using drug and club money to fund a budding music empire. Finally, the 8th major character we've been introduced to in the latest information drop is Raul Bautista. Like Booby Ike, we don't actually see Raul in the trailer itself, but the GTA 6 website reveals that he is a charming and cunning bank robber who works with Lucia on a score. He's a reckless operator, so expect things to go very, very wrong. As the game's synopsis reveals, Jason and Lucia's story begins with a score going wrong. We may well be seeing that job in action during this scene in which Jason and Lucia rob the Sinfrontera National Bank.
Hands above your head!
We see Jason goes to pick Lucia up from the Leonida Penitentiary. She's wearing her electronic ankle tag as she leaves the prison, which we first saw on the game's key art, and she can be seen wearing it in several other shots. It seems that as a condition of her release, Lucia may have to do several hours of community service. We see her wearing a Leonida Department of Corrections orange high-vis vest in a couple of scenes, including one where she's picking up trash. With Lucia now free, the couple are looking forward to a new life. There's a lot of talk about new beginnings and new starts. What could possibly go wrong?
The new beginnings.
While girlfriends have been a part of GTA for a long time now, this seems like the first time we'll be experiencing a relationship with significant depth. Lucia and Jason seem very, very into each other. Yep, there's a hell of a lot of getting to know each other going on in this trailer. The duo will certainly be getting to know the ins and outs of Vice City's crime scene too. That time on the inside certainly doesn't seem to have put Lucia off a few less than legal activities. Here we can see her blowing up a cop car, and that certainly seems like a fast pass ticket back to jail and me. Speaking of cops, it seems like one of GTA 6's plot threads will follow a group of corrupt police officers. Here we see a group of cops talk about protecting each other.
We gotta protect each other.
But what could be their dirty secret they want to keep protected? We see that group investigating a filthy building. They could well be the same cops saw on the body cam footage from the first trailer, which featured a similarly distressed-looking building. If Raul's involvement didn't give it away, it seems like robberies and heists will once again be a key part of the story. Later in the trailer, we see a truck dragging a massive box, suggesting that there will be some dangerous escapes. While pretty much everything we see in this trailer is taken from cutscenes, there are a few suggestions of things that could be gameplay features. Early on, we see Jason stealing from a store, taking money from the register, and so it could mean that holding up stores is back. There seems to be a lot of animals in this trailer. We see a cat in a store, a Doberman dog out in the street, and a snake in Jason and Lucia's home. Could there be a pet system? It would certainly be something to spend all the money we steal on. We also see Lucia taking part in some kind of cage match. Could there be an underground fighting ring activity available somewhere in Vice City? Jason can be seen bench pressing weights down at the beach. Is San Andreas' famous workout system making a return? There's also a new screenshot that shows Lucia in the gym. With GTA 6 very clearly going all in on immersion when it comes to graphics, it wouldn't be surprising to see a lot of old GTA lifestyle minigames return in new guises. Regardless of if you can work out or not, Lucia will want to flex her muscles when this incredibly muscular woman attacks her during what looks like a Mission Impossible grade set-piece mission. As you'd expect of GTA, it also appears that several sports minigames will be available across Vice City. Revealed in a new selection of screenshots are mini-golf, pool, fishing, basketball, kayaking, scuba diving, and dirt bike racing. It seems like there won't be a shortage of things to do outside of the main missions. It might not be just outside activities either. In this shot, we can clearly see a video game console, complete with PS4-style controller and a PS5-like main unit. Could we hang out at home and play a few games? It would be pretty cool to play GTA Vice City in Vice City. Of course, we won't want to stay inside for too long. There's a huge open world to explore, and we now know more about the key locations we'll be visiting on the GTA 6 map. Thanks to a bunch of new screenshots and the Rockstar website, we can go into detail about some of these places. First up, of course, we have Vice City itself. The GTA 6 website says we're a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still the sun and fun capital of America. The glamour, hustle, and greed of America captured in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel Art Deco hotels and bright white sands of Ocean Beach, to the bustling panaderias of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the Tishawaka Flea Market, out to the VC Port, the cruise ship capital of the world. We also know a little more about some specific establishments in the city. We get a new look at the 919 Vice City Club, as seen in the last trailer. In Trailer 1, there was a plane that had a large banner in tow that read 919 Vice City, why 69 when you can 919. This is likely a riff on Miami's Real 11 nightclub. We also get a look at Vice City's sports scene, with this man here wearing a Manatees jersey, undoubtedly a riff on the turquoise of the real-life Miami Dolphins. And we can also just see the bottom of the logo on his cap, which seems to belong to a basketball team. Luckily, a screenshot of Vice City's Sahara Arena lets us know that they are called the Narcos. The screenshots also give us a look at the modernized Ocean View Hotel, its neighboring Ocean Beach, and the sign outside of Vice City Airport. Another large area is Leonida Keys, based on the Florida Keys. The Rockstar website says that the dress code is casual, the bars are loaded, life in this tropical archipelago isn't flashy, but it is easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out, you are right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters in all of America. This is where we think we'll find Brian's Boat Works and Marina, presumably the front for Brian's drug running operations. One location we see shown heavily in the trailer is the Rusty Anchor, alongside this lovely screenshot of its rustic exterior. We see inside the bar as both Lucia and Jason enjoy a few drinks with Cal. Speaking of drinks, quite a few returning beer brands are making their way to GTA 6. These include Pisswasser, Stronzo, Pendejo, Patriot, and a big green sign in the top left here for lager beer. And although it isn't seen at the Rusty Anchor, we do see a couple of Lavazza's beers here. As Jason and Lucia leave the bar, we catch a glimpse of a concert poster for the Hummers and the Strummers. They're playing the Rusty Anchor on August 24th. Maybe we'll get to catch them. And finally, in the Rusty Anchor, we see a piece of wood commemorating Hurricane Roxy. Does this hint at extreme weather being a part of GTA 6's world? It would certainly be the natural evolution of Red Dead Redemption 2's incredible storm systems. A couple more screenshots of the Leonida Keys here show us what other wildlife to expect in the area. These include lizards, mobility scooter grannies, and, temptingly, what looks like the ability to scuba dive with turtles. Next up, we have Grassrivers, GTA 6's wetlands area, described by Rockstar as the untamable jewel of Leonidas' crown. You never know what lies beneath the surface of this primordial expanse. The gators may be the most famous attraction, but there are far deadlier predators and weirder discoveries among the mangroves. We get a glimpse of this location at the end of this trailer as Jason pilots a helicopter over the swamplands. He appears to be chasing the same hovercraft seen in Trailer 1. The new screenshots don't tell us much more about Grassrivers except to really reinforce the promise of alligators in this world. We get not only 1, 2, but 3 images of gators, including one here of these delightful-looking residents claiming victory over one. Port Gellhorn is Leonidas' forgotten coast. Cheap motels, shut-down attractions, and empty strip malls won't bring the tourists back, but there's a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stop energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold on to your wallet. Gellhorn features quite heavily in the trailer. We see Jason and Lucia in an intense car chase here, as well as Lucia sporting a Gellhorn International shirt. Does this suggest that the GTA 6 map will have more than one airport? We also get a good look at the Starlit Motel, which is situated in Port Gellhorn in both the trailer and this sparkly new screenshot. We think this might play quite a big role in GTA 6's story, and wouldn't be surprised if it's where Lucia and Jason make one of their seemingly many mattress rendezvous. The new batch of screenshots also shows us another Leonidas After Dark spot in the form of Delight's Cabaret Club. It looks like we won't be short of nighttime entertainment when it comes to GTA 6. Seemingly in the middle of GTA 6's map is Ambrosia. In the heart of Leonida, American industry and old school values will reign supreme. Whatever the cost, the Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery provides the jobs while the local biker gang provides almost everything else. We saw plenty of people living in Ambrosia chugging beers and enjoying the mud in Trailer 1, but almost nothing this time around. What we do have are a handful of new screenshots that give a good look at the final chapter biker gang. We also get a couple of landscape scenes that reinforce that image of industry as fire and smog fill the air. And last up for now on our tour of Leonidas is Mount Kalaga. Found in the northern part of the state, Mount Kalaga offers prime hunting, fishing, and off-road trails. In the lush surrounding backwoods, hillbilly mystics and paranoid radicals live far from the prying eyes of the government. Again, we don't see a ton, if any, of Mount Kalaga in the trailer, but new screenshots do show us some of that wildlife, as big cats appear to be making a return to the series after terrorizing so many of us on Mount Chiliad in GTA 5. We also see signs throughout the trailer for other locations that haven't been detailed by Rockstar yet. These include Southside and Peacock Bay, and Mariana County and Vice-Dale County. The television in Jason and Lucia's apartment also gives us a look at somewhere we imagine we'll be visiting one or two branches of quite a bit in GTA 6, Ammu-Nation. This TV commercial shows us the new version of Phil Cassidy, a character previously seen in the era of GTA 3 and Vice City. Back then, he was the owner of Phil Cassidy's fully cocked gun shop, but this new version of Phil, finally given an HD makeover, appears to be the owner of GTA's premier weapons store, Ammu-Nation. Speaking of guns, we also get a sneak peek at the arsenal we might be wielding in the game. These include the return of Shrewsbury shotguns. And we see Lucia using a grenade launcher to create an explosive pileup here. And she also has an SMG here. As seen in Phil's ammunition commercial, there'll be many guns to fire in GTA 6, but that shouldn't really come as a surprise, should it? It wouldn't be GTA without vehicles. It is Grand Theft Auto, after all. You can spot several major car brands across the trailer, starting with this blue El Camino-like Vapid. The Vapid brand has been seen across all GTA's HD universe, but this appears to be a new model. Brian also appears to drive a Vapid, this time a large GMC-like truck. This could be GTA 6's version of the Caracara. Also parked at Jason's house is a sky blue car that looks like it dropped straight out of the 1950s. With its rear fin and rounded corners, it has more than a passing resemblance to GTA Vice City's Oceanic. On a drive through the neighborhood, Jason passes a woman who has a white car with pink paw prints over the hood. The logo in the grille is that of the Maibatsu company, GTA's equivalent to Mitsubishi. The car actually looks a lot like the Maibatsu Sunrise R, a popular car based on the Mitsubishi Evo that was modded into GTA 5. Out on the docks, we see a Dinka brand boat. This was a brand we previously saw in GTA 5, and it seems like there's a new version of the Predator boat, the Lure Predator. In the background of this shot, we can see a metro train traveling along its rail track. Perhaps this could function as a fast travel system between the game's major locations. In a sequence where the crew is stealing the massive box, we can see their score is being dragged by a Bravado Bison 4-door pickup truck. Parked in front of the Dominion Hotel is what looks like an orange Benefactor Shafter and a bright green Pegassi Tempesta. A Buzzard helicopter can be seen chasing an airboat through the Grassrivers. Here, Jason and Lucia can be seen getting wet and wild on a Sea Shark jet ski. And here, we can see Jason riding what seems to be a new Western Motorcycle Company bike with a classic Dodo seaplane flying overhead. A more specific detail here, but when zoomed in, you can get a good look at a Liberty City license plate on this truck. These are inspired by the 2020-era Excelsior New York plates, which makes sense seeing as Liberty City is based on the Big Apple. Finally, we have an overhead shot of the car we saw Jason and Lucia using in the previous trailer, which seems likely to be GTA 6's version of the Sabre Turbo. We can also spot a Fly US plane high up in the sky, a commercial airline seen throughout the GTA series. Though we highly doubt we can purchase one like many of the above vehicles, we will no doubt all try to steal one at some point. There are a handful of other tiny details we'd like to give a shout out to as well. These include the return of the Zesta soft drink in the convenience store here, and the Redwood cigarette sticker on the door, if you fancy an even more unhealthy option. If a different flavor of smoke is more your vibe, then maybe you'll have some use for this 420 card seen in a different store. And next to it is the phone number 305-555-0145. The number doesn't work, we tried, but it is a fun little reference to a joke dialing code seen in movies. This striking mural of the Haitian flag also features what appears to be a message memorializing the people pictured. Translated from Haitian Creole, it reads, "In memory and love." And the song we're hearing throughout this second trailer for GTA 6 is Hot Together by the Pointer Sisters, which, incidentally, can also be heard in Mel Brooks' sci-fi comedy Spaceballs. Finally, all of this GTA 6 footage was captured on PS5, with the game coming to both PlayStation and Xbox Series X and S on May 26, 2020.